I have a cake that's meant to look like a tear cushion because I went to an event this morning. So I am flying out to Japan next week. I'm really excited. I'm going to Hokkaido, which I've never been to before. We're going to be doing a road trip, which is interesting because I don't drive, but that's okay because I'm not the one driving. I'm going with my family and they're driving. But it is Friday afternoon now and I fly out on Thursday morning. So that means I have... I would say 6 days, but it's kind of 5 because I basically need to be ready to go by Wednesday night. I have 5 days to prep. And if you know me, I am a pretty like type A travel prep and planning girl, but honestly, I feel like I'm not prepared this time. So what do we need to do to get ready for this Japan trip? First up is clothes, just packing clothes. Being naked in public is generally frowned upon. I am going to some onsens where being naked is not frowned upon. In fact, you have to be naked. But for the most part of the trip, I will need to wear clothes, so I need to figure that out. Normally my type A self would have like a full capsule wardrobe with different combinations and things like planned out in an app. I haven't done that. So that's item number 1. And then item number 2 is beauty. So I'm doing all of my pre-travel beauty treatments at home. So that includes nails, which it's certainly an interesting situation currently. Hair removal, and then just generally figuring out the skincare makeup situation that I want to take with me. Third, I have to book an appointment with the Justice of the Peace because my downstairs neighbors were stealing my jury duty letters. And now I've been charged with a fine for not going to jury duty, except that I didn't know about the fact that I had jury duty. And I would definitely go to jury duty. I'm not trying to avoid jury duty. I love doing my civics duty. I also love the TV show Jury Duty. I feel like the fact that I want to do jury duty would maybe make me a bad candidate for jury duty. But anyway, I just found out about that like a day ago. So I need to sort that before I leave so that I don't get fined like $2,000. And then just like general travel prep, just making sure I have the right adapters. I'm taking my camera and things like that. So I thought we could get prepped together. Hopefully the frazzled energy isn't scaring you off. I feel like, not to brag, I do have some good tips and tricks and methods and just generally like a good approach to preparing and packing for travel. I don't know, I just want to do like a realistic pack with me type of vlog. I know it's all gonna come together in the end and it's all gonna be fine, but I thought it could be a fun journey for us together. Okay, it's time to get the clothing situation sorted. Now, I do have a method that I've been using the last few times I've gone on a trip, which has worked pretty well for me. Admittedly, if you do have more time before your trip, I would recommend you doing this earlier or like starting the process earlier so you have more time to kind of think about it, but we don't have that this time. What I have done is I have gone into my wardrobe and basically pulled out everything that could possibly work for this trip, keeping in mind the main element, which is the practical things. So weather, activities, that's kind of the two main things. And then as that like secondary, but also still very fun and important element, the like style / aesthetic element. So everything we have here is like weather appropriate. Now my trip is actually not that long. It's 12 days in total, but 2 of those days being kind of travel days. So it's about 10 days. So I definitely don't need everything that I have here, but I like to look at my options and kind of, you know, play with different combinations together to sort of figure out what is going to be the most useful. For example, I have 3 versions of the same top. This is the Intimissimi boat neck top, which I wear a lot. I put all 3 of them on the rack because like any of them would be good. I'm not gonna take all 3. I'll probably just take one that will work the best with the types of outfits I want to put together, but you know, that's what I'm kind of getting at. For example, originally I knew I wasn't gonna take all 3. I probably was like, I'll just take one, but I was just having to think about which one I wanted to take, and I'm gonna take this one. So this is coming on the trip, but we need to make some decisions about the rest of everything. So other than the practicality element, a big tip, which I've talked about before, is just kind of picking and sticking with a sort of color scheme. Again, you don't have to do this, but it does mean that everything can kind of mix and match both like within the pieces, but also with the same accessories and shoes and things like that. But yeah, the best way that we're gonna do that is by putting things on and trying different combos and choosing of those things which are gonna come with us. These are all the pieces that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take, and then these ones I'm kind of on the fence, or I need to have a go at styling them and trying them on, so let's do it. So I'm tossing up between 2 pairs of jeans for this trip. These are great when traveling in warmer weather because they're quite lightweight, but they are purple, which they're really cute and they work well with white tops and simple tops, or I've worn it with this top, which is almost like the same color, so it's tone on tone. But they're not as classic and versatile as a simple pair of just plain light wash denim jeans. However, I'm also thinking of taking a light wash denim skirt, and I'm kind of like, I probably don't need both of those. So that's like an example where I'm like, do I just take both? Do I just take one? Like obviously this totally works because it's like incredibly simple, which honestly, I don't mind going simple when I'm traveling, but this also works. And this also works as a combination. And I don't know if I love this combination as much, so then I wouldn't probably wear that combination. So I think I am just gonna take the old faithful blue jeans. I'm gonna bring this pair of capris or pedal pushers. I understand they're not for everyone. I know they're a little bit trendy at the moment, and I think that's maybe why a op shop near me was selling them, but I tried them on and I actually really like the vintage kind of fit. I feel like it really works for me and I really enjoy it. So these look cute with a crop, but they also look quite nice with a shirt like tucked in. I think I'm gonna bring them, honestly, if I was gonna pick a bottom to not bring, it might be these, but also I like to have pant options for travel just because they're more comfortable, especially if you're doing lots of walking and stuff like that. This top I think is super cute and I kind of want to bring it, but I kind of don't. Mainly because it gets a little bit wrinkly, which you can steam things on a trip or whatever. I'm also like not overly fussed about like a little bit of wrinkle, but it's not as, like it doesn't travel as well as like a t-shirt, right? And this I don't think really works with this pair of pants, so that's not an option that would work. And I mean, maybe with like a cute little bag and a pair of ballet pumps, but I did think this would look kind of cute with this long denim skirt. Again, I feel like without me styling these up for you, you're probably like, the vision is not super clear. I could also do a little tie like that. Well, that's kind of cute. Kind of like that. Ah, hang on. Wait a minute. Yes. Wait. See, this is why you've got to try things on. This was like a little hair scarf and a pair of sneakers or something. I have two extremely similar but also slightly different like lightweight jumpers. A couple of the places we're going to, so we're going to Asahikawa and Lake Akan. So at nighttime, it can be like 16-ish degrees Celsius or a little bit cooler. So I'm gonna take either of these, but I don't think I need to take both. This is what I took on my last trip, but this is something I thrifted recently and I think this will be the better option. Okay, it does work as a layering option. I don't think I would wear this as the outfit, but in terms of like a combo with the shirt and the jumper, I think this jumper is the go. And then I'm tossing up between some dresses. I have two shorter dress options and then two longer dress options. I don't know if I want to take one of each or just one of four. You guys have probably seen this dress that I got recently. I showed it in my trying Pinterest outfits video, but this is a very nice, lightweight, breathable cotton dress. It layers cute with this little top underneath. It also layers cute with this from Intimissimi, like long sleeve, white top. It also looks cute on its own. This is a hot contender. I like the way it looks with sneakers and I like the way it looks with ballet flats. And you know what, even as I'm saying it, I was considering bringing this one instead because it's a bit more like summery. This is from Reformation. I got it secondhand like ages ago. I've gotten lots of wear out of it, especially because we're going to be visiting some flower fields and stuff like that on this trip. So I was like, oh, this could be cute. There's like, and like the cardigans I'm bringing on the trip, I wouldn't pair with this as much as like this would go with this. So I think I'm making the decision as I go. I think I'll take this one. Then I don't think I'm going to take this t-shirt because I already have another t-shirt. And so I don't need this one. See, it's getting whittled down in real time. It's happening. And then I want to get your thoughts on these dresses. I love this dress, but I do think it is just a little too short for me. And I tend not to wear it because of that reason, but I feel like it is so cute. I don't know. I feel like I want to bring it, but I'm worried that if I bring it, I just will be like not wanting to wear it because it's so short. But it's so cute and like summery and fun. Ugh. But I feel like I won't be taking my own advice if I take it, because my thing is you always need to be comfortable in it, because if you're not comfortable in it, like you won't want to wear it and then you won't wear it, you'll just opt for something else. I need to get a pair of those like little bloomers, you know what I mean? Like a cute little pair of white like little shorts underneath, because then I think I wouldn't really care. Like if a little bit of lace or something peeked out, I wouldn't mind that and it would be really cutesy, but it looks like unintentionally short at the moment, which it is. So I just want to try it on again and see if I would want to bring it, but I don't think I will, sadly. I was hoping it was going to be a bit more of a toss-up, but it's so cute, but alas. Yeah, this is the dress I think I am gonna take. I don't know how often I'll be wearing a dress, but I will say the last time I went traveling, I didn't pack like a dress, I don't think at all. And it was something that I kind of regretted. Like I didn't need one very often on the trip, but every now and then I'd be like, I wish I packed something like more dressy or just a dress. So I think I'll take this one. I'm sad about the other one because it's really cute, but I haven't made the practical fixes, which actually make me want to wear it. So that's a reminder to myself to like get them done, whether it's, you know, getting an extra little bit of length added on or buying a pair of bloomers or potentially just selling it on Depop and giving up. But this dress I have worn quite a bit since I got it secondhand and it is really cute. So I'll bring this one. So I think that's everything. So that's the clothes. This is the part where I might be making a mistake and I'm still not sure if I'm gonna do this or not. All of my like sneakers, like my walking shoes, are kind of on their last legs. Like they have holes in them and it's like kind of at the point where I sort of need to get a new pair. So I'm considering not taking a pair to Japan, but I've been thinking about getting a pair of Onitsuka Tiger sneakers. They're a lot more affordable in Japan and there's like tax-free situation going on. So I'm considering not taking a pair of shoes and then buying some on the first day. That does feel kind of unhinged for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be brave enough to actually do that, but these are the other shoe options I'm considering taking. I have this pair of silver ballet flats from 7 or 9 and I have worn these so much. I just love that they are so cute and casual, but they're silver, so it adds a little sparkle. It matches with everything, like silver's kind of a neutral. They have a little bit of a heel to them, so even if you're wearing them at nighttime, it's a little bit elevated. I love these. I've worn them so much and I'm definitely taking them because they're just easy to slip on and go. And they're very, very comfy as well. And then I also was thinking about taking these. These are my Converse Mary Janes, which I've also gotten a lot of wear out of. They're really cute. Again, they're sort of like a ballet flat, but they also have like a sneakery type vibe. Really cute and summery. They're very versatile and they're quite unique and fun. So I'm definitely taking these. I'm considering taking these and then maybe a pair of sneakers or maybe not. I realize that is kind of unhinged, but I think everyone should get like one little unhinged packing idea as a treat. I still have a couple of days to decide if I'm actually gonna do that or not. I might chicken out, I don't know. And then for bags, I'm definitely taking this guy. This is my Kipling crossbody. This is a very like travel coded bag. I think it's just so useful because it's, you know, however, last time we went traveling, I did only take that as my bag. And that was the thing where I was like, if I was gonna edit any part of my packing strategy, I probably would have also packed a cute bag. Again, totally not necessary, but just something I noticed as someone who, you know, likes to get dressed up and likes to get cute. Now, if you were just doing this the night before your trip, then you could just get all of these things and pack them straight into your packing cubes. I have a couple of more nights before I need to pack everything up, so I'm just gonna leave it on this rack. I'm feeling good about my options. Okay, yay. Okay, beauty. I need to get all of my beauty stuff sorted. Not just like skincare and makeup I'm taking on the trip, but I like to do some like high maintenance / like beauty prep things before I go on trips so that I can kind of like chill while I'm on the trip. Since we last spoke, my nails have only gotten worse. Now I feel like a lot of what I've been doing has been feeling quite last minute and not particularly prepped, but I actually have low-key kind of been on top of a little bit of beauty prep, which is hair removal at home. So big shout out to ULIKE, who are the sponsor of this video, who have been recommended by certified cosmetic dermatologists, and are also the makers of the ULIKE Air 10, which is what I've been using to prep for the trip and get my hair removal just sorted, just done. I have already been using this, but I just wanted to re-put it in the box and just show you what you get, because everything you need to do your hair removal is right in here. So you have your ULIKE Air 10 device, which is what you're going to use. This is the handheld device that you'll be using to zapperoni your little hair follicles. You'll have a little envelope with all of the instructions you will need. You've got a full instructional guide here about everything you need to know about the device, as well as a quick start guide with everything you need to just get straight into removing your hair. So I am someone who, and you probably know this about me, despite what you may think, I am quite a low maintenance person in terms of like beauty appointments. While I do love getting a service done, there are some services that I love getting done and some services that I'm like, I'm not very keen. And waxing is something I've never really had much of an appetite for. I'm pretty like low pain tolerance. Like it's quite expensive, it is painful to me. And also, you know, again, it's an appointment, so you're having to kind of pick a time out of your week to go and, you know, show everything. You know, the areas where I do choose to remove hair, I'm pretty like gung-ho about it. I kind of just like get in there, get out, move on, sometimes with questionable results. And so I've considered laser hair removal, but also again, doing it in salon, it is involving some coordination, certain time out of your day. And when it comes to things like my nails, I have really enjoyed doing my nails at home, whether I'm doing gels or press-ons. I really like that I can just do it anytime I want. I can do it while I'm watching a movie. I can do it like really late at night. I can do it early in the morning. I don't have to commute anywhere. And so laser hair removal for someone like me, and maybe you as well if you're also like me, just makes so much sense in terms of it is a little bit of an upfront time investment, but nowhere near as much doing it at home as it is going to a salon. You also don't need to rely on bookings, there's no upselling pressure, and there's no awkward interactions as it's all done in your own home. And with the ULIKE Air 10, you can start to see results in as little as 2 weeks, but you're gonna get kind of the full results over the course of about 12 weeks, so like 3-ish months. And then once you've sort of done that initial course, you can kind of just do touch-ups. So once you like get on top of it, then you can be extremely low maintenance. So that is something that I desire. You might still be like, okay, yeah, but I have to be really regular with it for the first few weeks, and that's still like a time investment. I do all of my hair removal in under 20 minutes. And depending on how much hair you're removing, you can do it in under 10 minutes. It obviously depends on what areas you are looking on treating. I don't know if you can tell by my skin tone, but I am quite fair, and my hair, this is my natural hair color, is quite dark. So my hair is quite visible, and obviously everyone is different. I probably don't do some hair removal that other people will be like, you should probably do that, but that's the great thing. It is your choice. I just do my underarms, my legs, and then I also do my bikini line. All I've been doing for prep is I just shave the areas, and then I literally just take the ULIKE Air 10 and I pop it on. There's also this snazzy pair of sunglasses which you can pop on just for a bit of extra protection for your eyes. But I literally just put my earbuds in and looking at a podcast, and I'm just like, I don't even have to look. It's like so easy, so quick. And when they say you start to see results like pretty quickly in the 2-week period, I was like, okay, sure. But I've literally only done a couple of sessions so far, and like already I've noticed that my hair is not growing back as quickly. Whereas normally I feel like I notice it growing back pretty quickly. Again, pretty dark hair. So as soon as like the stubble starts coming in, you're like, it's back. The Air 10 has the world's first dual lamp tech, which means that you are getting 4 flashes per second. And it also has SHR mode, which is called super hair removal, which is specifically designed for those really stubborn, coarse hairs. We all have a few. I know I definitely have several. And thanks to that technology, the Air 10 can show up to 96% hair reduction in just 2 weeks. And one of the biggest features that I think is really cool is the sapphire ice technology, which is this like cooling effect. It's really hard to describe, but I first noticed it the first time I did it. So it really reduces that irritation and that like hot kind of feeling. It's very impressive. It's been so chill. Like literally chill, it feels chilly. And again, as someone who does have low pain tolerance, I didn't get my ears pierced until I was like 17. You just follow the instructions, make sure you're only using it on hairs that are 2 millimeters or less in length, and it's so chill. It doesn't hurt at all. Again, I'm literally like watching TV while I do it, and it's done in less than an episode length. And I'm talking like a 20-minute episode, not like a 40-minute episode. And then you can also use the auto glide functionality. So rather than having to press the button on the top every time you want it to zap, which is great if you want that control around precise areas, you can also set it to just automatically go every time it's touching the skin. I just can't stress to you enough how easy to use and user-friendly it is. And for someone like me, who's kind of like a bit of a lazy girl when it comes to certain parts of my beauty routine, it's just so nice to have something so easy and quick that I can also do in the comfort of my own home. If hair removal is something that you are interested in, then I highly recommend the ULIKE Air 10. The ULIKE Air 10 is normally $6.99 Australian dollars, but they're currently running a deal where it is just $5.59. So it's about 20%-ish off. So I will pop the link to that deal down below. And you can use my code ULIKE, L-U-Y. Thank you to ULIKE for sponsoring this video and supporting the channel. I have another couple of sessions to do with this before I go on my trip, but yeah, been a big help in the beauty prep department. Yesterday, what's today? Today's Tuesday. Yesterday morning, I was like, wow, my brain is not working. Sorry, am I like passing on a stressful energy to you? I hope I'm not. I hope you're feeling, by the time you see this, like I'm gonna be so fine and everything's gonna be so fine. I'm gonna be on my trip. So like, don't even worry about it. So I apologize if I'm passing on that secondhand nervous energy. I'm also delighted to announce that I did get my statutory declaration signed by the Justice of the Peace today. So I just need to send that off so that I'm like not a criminal, because awesome. And you will never believe it, but while I was waiting in my like sweatpants looking a little frazzled to get my stuff signed by the JP, a lovely person came up to me and was like, Lucy, I watch all your videos. And I was like, hey. So thank you so much to Rosie, who came up to me and was so sweet. You're so nice. And wishing you all the best of luck on your moving plans. It's very exciting. So got that done. Oh, I need to talk about this. My favorite deodorant was on sale. I haven't tried this scent and I'm gonna just spritz some on my hand. Okay, yummy. I have been using the Gem deodorants recently and they are really good. I do love the spray deodorant. It's just my preference, but I needed to buy and make sure I had deodorant to take with me on my trip because the deodorants in Japan are pretty not powerful. I was gonna see if I had another way to describe it, but that's kind of it. They're just not particularly strong and we are going in summer. I'm only spending 2 days in Tokyo, but I have been seeing everyone on social media just talking about how awful the heat is and how it's like really unbearable. And I'm like, admittedly, I live in Australia, so I know what a really hot, awful, sweaty day is like. And I grew up in Hong Kong and the summers there are also really hot and humid. So I don't think it's anything I've not experienced before. But yeah, I got deodorant as well while I was out and about running errands. I love being an adult. It's so fun. Anyway, what was my checklist even? Clothes, which I'm gonna say check. Getting that signed. Oh, okay. Beauty is sort of the last one and it covers both beauty stuff I need to take and beauty stuff I need to do. I'm pretty much gonna be doing all of that tomorrow. Kind of leaving it to the last minute. Not to the last minute. So I'm gonna do nails. I've been doing my hair removal. I need to do another session tonight and that will be my last session before I go. And then I'm not gonna do my hair yet. I'm gonna do my hair tomorrow evening and just do a blowout. I keep feeling like I'm forgetting something. I don't think I am. I think it's just because I'm on a more like compressed planning schedule than I usually tend to go for. So for someone who's like a bit more type A, it's a bit like, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm a little stressy, I'm a little sweaty, and I have a little bit of a headache situation forming, but I'm leaving tomorrow morning and it's all coming together, baby. Okay, so let me walk you through the cosmetics situation. And this time I've kept it pretty pared down. It's still a little hefty and I realize it's more than maybe some people would bring. And if you're interested, this case is from Etoile. I bought it a couple of years ago and it's honestly served me really well. It's a really good size. And if you are a beauty girly and if you'd like to travel with your skincare and makeup, it's such a good format, if that makes sense. Like the way it's structured is just really good. On the top level, it's a bit random. It's not like super organized looking, but I have just put in a hairband, my toothbrush, toothpaste, and then underneath I have some sheet masks and just some other random little things. But yeah, anything that just doesn't fit neatly into the bottom section is in the top section. And then in the bottom here, I still need to pop my makeup brushes in here. I think it might be easier actually if I take you off where you're sitting and I just do like a top down tour. I hope that's okay. Okay, so don't judge the nails, you know they're getting fixed. Here I have everything I need for the trip and I still have like a little bit of space left. Starting down the bottom here, it is all of my skincare and a little shower gel. I love American Cream from Lush. I just think it smells so good, so fresh and so yummy. And then yeah, cleanser, moisturizer, cleansing balm, some serums, a sunscreen. I'm just taking a little one because I will probably buy some when I'm in Japan. I've just taken little things of everything. It will probably be enough to last me for the trip, but I also know that, yeah, I can get stuff really easily there. So for example, when it comes to makeup, I've got my mascara, brow gel, brow pencil. I haven't packed an eyeliner and you know me, I love eyeliner, but my favorite eyeliner is I'm gonna buy one in Japan. And so I figured I'm just gonna buy one immediately when I get there anyway. So I'm just not gonna pack one because I'm just about to get my favorite one back anyway. So all the kind of pencil products there, some concealers, one blush, I feel like one blush seems really like not many for me. But again, I'm like, I could pick up one while I'm there if I really wanted to. I do love me a bit of beauty tourism, beauty shopping when I'm traveling. Eye glitter, face powder, cushion. I actually need to restock this. Let's do that right now because I nearly forgot. This is the Jongse Mall Essential Skin Nude Cushion, my favorite cushion, and it's pretty much empty. So what I'm gonna do is pop out, ooh, I don't know if I was meant to do it like that. Whoop. I'm gonna pop out the bottom. I'm just gonna give the inside a little wipe down and a clean. And then, wait, why is this low-key difficult? Why am I not doing it right? What the hell? Oh my God. Okay, that took like 5 minutes. All right, we're locked and loaded. As I was saying, a cushion. My eyeshadow palette, I'm taking this Deceive one, which I thought could be cute for this trip. Some nice pastel summery colors, a highlighter, and then, yeah, that's kind of the makeup I'm taking. Pretty minimal. It's gonna be really hot, and so yeah, I've just taken pretty minimal makeup, and then lip liner, a few lip colors, and then my fringe rollers. And I'm also gonna pop my heatless curl thing in here. Actually, I'm gonna get that now. Found it. Okay, and I'm just gonna pop that in here. And then yeah, that's all my beauty stuff. Of course, eyelash curler, my ultimate must have. And then I've got like a little mini sample perfume, but it's actually from a Japanese brand that I'm hoping to pick up a full size of when I get there. So that is all of the beauty bits and bobs I'm taking with me. I'm just keeping it really simple. And now I am going to go wash my hair and just do some other little bits and pieces. Just finish up the last bit of work I have to do. But yeah, just gonna get the rest of my life sorted. Okay, wow, I am looking sleepy again. This is very against type for me, I would say, but I just had a couple of extra work things that I just wanted to get done so that I can go on my trip and just be relaxing, hopefully. I don't know if I've ever relaxed a day in my life, but like, you know what I mean? Relaxing. Welcome to the floor. Here's how things are going. It's a lot less full than it actually looks. I just tried to space things out so that there wouldn't be like a cosmetic case randomly floating around, because essentially everything here could fit in there. But yeah, in terms of suitcase, it's the same suitcase I took on my last trip, the Monos one in the Magnolia Bakery color, which is so cute. I really like the size. It's like small enough that it's like not so obtrusive when you're kind of taking it around, but it's also not like so small that you can't fit everything you need. Cosmetic stuff is in here, deodorant, very important. And then all of my packing cubes over here, which are looking nice and neat and tidy and can really like squash up a lot more than they are, but I'm leaving them as they are. And that's the suitcase. And then I'm also gonna be taking this duffel with me on my flight, which it's kind of a chunky one, but it is just really great for long haul flights. I can fit everything I need in it. It's got a little pocket for my laptop, and it has this pouch on the outside, which can snap off and go on the inside. So when you're at the airport and you want to have like your passport, your wallet, any travel documents, anything like that with you, you can just have it all in this one pouch, but then also it can go back inside to make the bag a little smaller. But I just wanted to do a quick little what's in my bag for traveling. And then I'm gonna put my press-ons on, and then I'm gonna catch some Z's. Unfortunately, I do have to be up at like 4 AM, so I'm not gonna catch that many Z's, but like a light nap I think will help. And I'm also gonna sleep on the plane. So it's kind of hard to show you, so I might do the old top-down tour if that's all good with you, because it's a bit tricky to see everything inside. So welcome to my bag. We have a few things in here. First up we have, this is a pair of travel socks, like compression socks, LOL, and my sunglasses. I also have a tote bag, a reusable tote, so I can use that when I go to convenience stores. I love to keep things in pouches just to keep things easy and organized. This one I have is just a little tech one. I have to zip it up, but I've got all of my camera stuff in there except for the camera. I have my microphone, an SD card reader, battery charger, batteries, SD cards, everything I need basically for my camera is in here, and it zips up pretty slim and pretty small. The only thing that doesn't go in here is my actual camera, which goes in this bag here, my little Sailor Moon one, and I also use that to take it out and about. And you're currently in my camera, so I'm gonna put that in there after. And then in this pouch, which is just like an Innisfree one I got for free like years ago, I just have a little pill case with some like Panadol Nurofen, a backup of my birth control because I get really like weirdly paranoid that like I'm gonna lose it, so I always have one in my carry-on, one in my checked. And then I have some Hydrolyte because we don't want to be dehydrated on the flight. Like we definitely will be, but this will help. And then in the other pocket, I just have a sleep mask and a hair clip. So that's just like random stuff in that one. Then I have this clear pouch, which I put all of my liquids and cosmetics in. I have some of these Mix Soon soybean milk pads, and they're kind of like sheet masks, but they're already in pad form, like all cut up. And I thought these would be nice to use as like a toner pad to like refresh while I'm on the flight. I thought that would be a good idea. So that's what those are. I've got a lip balm, a little facial spray, another hair tie, and I also have a sunscreen cushion because I'm going to be flying during the day, and I thought it would be useful to have on my trip as well, but I thought I'd take it in my carry-on. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. And like I said, I honestly just used random pouches that you already have, but keeping everything in its own individual pouch and like knowing what category those pouches are, I think just makes things easier, especially if you have a big bag to kind of rummage through. Me brain no worky, me tired. Because it just keeps everything easy, breezy. So even though I am quite type A and it's been a very type B type of packing situation, I know that my system has worked for me before, and it's gonna be all good. The only thing I have to pop in here is my laptop and my charger, and then just like, you know, phone, headphones, that kind of thing. But I'm using them at the moment, so I'll do that before I go. Yay! Okay, I think that's everything. I don't think I have anything else to say. Sorry, I didn't show you, but I did do a blowout, and I'm just letting it stay a little crispy, and I can brush it out like later, but I'd rather it stay crispy for longer because then it's gonna stay nicer for longer, you know what I mean? I will insert a clip of my finished nails because I'm gonna do that, but I'm just gonna pack you all up and away safely into the bag so you can accompany me to Japan. I hope you have enjoyed this somewhat chaotic packing vlog, but at least hopefully it's been a little entertaining, or you've picked up some good tips and tricks for your next trip, whether it's small or big. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!